Hi, I'm Professor Amy Keeley, and as I've mentioned in my previous American Eagle post, I'm an award-winning marketer. I've won an American Marketing Association award. I've won $20 million accounts in corporate sales. I've worked in my own business. I've worked in other people's small, mid-sized businesses. I have made sure that as I transitioned out of corporate America and went to become a college professor, that I actually take more pride in my experiential learning, having always worked in marketing and any of the components of marketing. And so when you work in marketing, you become a puppet master. You can look at what companies are doing, whether it's their sales, their advertising, their public relations, their market. You can see it, right? So we, behind the scenes, can see things that others can't see because we know how they think. So one of the things I wanted to talk about that was in the comment section was Bud Light. So Bud Light obviously used, was it Dylan Mulvaney as their spokesperson. That was not their target audience. That was not their demographic. And they didn't do any market research. And it's very clear they didn't do any market research because their market demographic, you know, if you watched any of the ads that came out, those of us in the industry already knew who it was. College students, that's who it was targeted to. So when they came out, and it, you know, it was typically male, but women too, but typically male is predominantly their target audience. So what was strange and unusual about the Bud Light thing is, in their controversy, is that normally when you don't do your market research, you come out and apologize very quickly, and you fall on your sword as a company. You admit your mistakes, that's their crisis PR, and you hope that people move on quickly. Bud Light not only didn't do their research, but they stayed quiet. And that shows you the paralysis that companies have been in when they go off their target market and they don't really understand this new target audience. So the social outrage from the LGBTQ community was mind-numbing, right? But they don't buy Bud Light. They ignored their target audience, not only in partnering with this influencer. So that was already sin number one, but not apologizing to your target audience for getting it wrong. And they did. It was very clear. They are no longer the number one light beer globally. Well, I think globally, but definitely in America. So if they had come out earlier and just fallen on their sword, admitted the mistake, and moved on,